Hey YouTube. Hey, hi there. Hello. So, today we are going to go over what a capo is, how to use it, and how not to use it. You don't use it like that, because then your voice sounds stupid, and you don't want to do that. So, I just see it's a rookie mistake. I see a lot of people doing it, and I'm kind of like, come on. You really, man, made my eyes water. Okay, so the premise of a capo is that, I'm trying to explain this in the premise of a capo is that you're shortening the length of the strings, which makes it higher. So in the same way that, if I were to play up here, it would be, higher than a perfect fourth, to be exact. But the reason you might want to do this is if you don't know how to play in certain chords in a key, then you could capo it so that you could play lower chords, like the more normal chords, but in the other things. I'll just give an example because it's a little bit, practically it's easier to see. So if I'm playing an E, okay, so whatever. So that's me playing an E. I'm like, yeah, I love playing in E. Somebody asks you, hey, how do you like playing an E? Oh man, it's the best. I love doing it. And they're like, how do you like playing in G sharp? And I'd be like, oh man, I don't really know. I'm not so good at that one. So then, you could bar a bunch of chords. For the record, I don't really like bar chords too much. You can do them. I don't really like them. But whatever. So I could. But then, there's a lot fewer options because then you have to bar everything, if you're wanting to play those specific chords. But if you'll notice, if you haven't watched the chord video yet, this is the same chord as this. Same chord shape. It's not obviously the same chord because this is a G sharp, that's an E. So then, with your handy-dandy brain, you could be like, but I think I remember something about something that helps me play guitar better. And then you'd be like, I'm a capo it. So, and the way you do this, typically, there's some different kinds of capos. I don't have other kinds. I have a shorter capo, but I don't have different kinds of capos to be able to show how to put them on. So, if you have a different kind, you can just look it up. It's not that hard. There's bluegrass capos, I think, is a thing. But so typically you squeeze it, and then I put the back on, kind of hover it above the strings first, so that when I press it down, it all goes down evenly. Because what you can do accidentally is if you kind of press it down and then push it forward. I'm trying to do it badly so that you can hear it. Well, okay, that didn't work. Okay, it's possible to do it where you kind of get it out of tune, but it's not cooperating right now. And you pretty much stick it in the middle of the fret. As such, in the same way that if you watch my other video, if you're playing a note, you want to play in the middle of the fret. So now somebody will be like, how do you like playing in G sharp? And you'd be like, well, with my handy dandy magic trick of a capo, I can do it. You probably wouldn't have that weird of a voice when that was happening, but you might. So then, oh yeah, G sharp. I love to play in G sharp. It's also known as A flat. Oh yeah, A flat. So, and G sharp and A flat is the same thing. So, yeah. If that doesn't make any sense, I'll also probably do another video about just music theory, basically, so that you can, have an idea how that works. So that's, long story short, that's how to use a capo the traditional way. And you can do funky things. So now I'll get into some funky things. It's a little bit awkward to do it with a normal capo. They have a bunch of different kinds of shortcut capos, but I'll show you really quick with this. I haven't decided, but I'll do it up here. you can like see how I left this top string right there. That's not under the capo right now, so that I can like, you know, do some weird things. So I left that one open so that I could still like play everything else, but still have this one going. For some songs you might want to use it, and for others you might not. And then here I'm doing the same thing but with the bottom string. So yeah, pretty much that's how you can do that kind of stuff. Just experiment with it, figure out what you like, what you don't like, and I always just stick the capos up here on the headstock. And then this is called a shortcut capo. My good friend John Hayden gave me one, and I've used it a bunch. So what it does, and you'll see this one too, it has this little gap right here that this one doesn't have. See the little gap? Also, it's a lot shorter, as you'll notice. So this gap means that it's leaving the bottom string open. So, and then I'll stick it on, same way, kind of push the bottom up first and then bring the top down straight down onto the strings. So now if you see, what's the best angle? Okay, so see right there? Bottom string, totally doing its own thing, it's just hanging out. And then these top two strings are also doing the same thing. So, and this is an E sus right now, but so I've used this in a couple songs, and yeah, it's just, you know, there's no reason you would or wouldn't need to use this unless you just want to play certain songs that kind of just require it. So like, I've got a song, Breathing in Fire, that kind of has but the way that it is, I wouldn't be able to do it if I had to hold down these notes the whole time. Because it's just impossible. I'm not going to be able to be up here and also hold down those notes. Crazy talk. So yeah, but that's, you know, you can mess around with it however you want. And one thing that I will note with the shortcut capo, and you can combine them too, which is fun. I'll note with the shortcut capo, it can matter whether, like, putting it really close to that side of the fret or really close to this side of the fret, depending on if you need to reach around it at any point. So like, if you're, I don't know, there's some stuff where you might need to reach around or whatever, or do something like on this side. So then, you know, just figure it out with each song that you're using it with. But typically you can stick it in the middle if you're not trying to mess with it too much. You know, because I can't. That's hard. It's gonna most likely just kind of do some weird stuff. But yeah. And a song, you can use both of them together like this. I've got a song, Sooner or Later, where I do that. And I mean, you don't, you know, I could do the same thing down here, but I just wanted it in G, and then it was in G that way. That's pretty much, I mean, that's pretty much it with capos. A lot of it's just experimenting. I've had this since I was in 8th grade, and I really didn't start using it until probably like freshman year of college, so like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, and this one also, it's also not quite advised, you know, not so much, but you could if you want. You know, there's freedom to do whatever you want to do. Alright, well, if you got any questions, feel free to, you know, write them down there and stuff, or message me or something like that. And if you have any comments, you know, keep them to yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Just write them down there or something like that. Subscribe or something and watch more videos. Learn how to teach yourself guitar. And that's pretty much that. So have a good day, enjoy life, and yeah, do the things. Peace.
Are you over there? Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want? Give me some of your Oreos. I don't got no Oreos. You don't got no Oreos. None for him.